Breaking news coming in. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has endorsed the new Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's message of development. The Prime Minister tweeted, and I quote, "I have immense confidence that this new team will leave no stone unturned in making UP Uttar Pradesh. There will be record development. Our sole mission and motive is development. While UP develops, India develops. We want to serve Uttar Pradesh's youth and create opportunities for them." Prime Minister Narendra Modi tweeted just a short while back. And these are images of the Prime Minister at that impressive oath-taking ceremony. He met and greeted all the newly elected MLAs, ministers of state independent charge, and other central ministers and chief ministers who were there at the oath-taking ceremony. "I have immense confidence that this team will leave no stone unturned to make UP Uttar Pradesh. There will be record development." There was apprehension that the focus will be Hindutva, with Yogi Adityanath being elected the chief minister of the state, but both the chief minister and the Prime Minister spoke of creating more jobs for the youth, more opportunities for the youth. India Today's Maushmi Singh spoke to Siddharthnath Singh, the MLA from Allahabad, who's just been made a minister. Let's listen in.
We are joined by senior BJP leader and now the new cabinet minister in the BJP government in Uttar Pradesh. Many congratulations, sir. A big day for you all, but also a very challenging run ahead.
Well, I think the challenge is definitely there. But when you get a mandate like this, which is full of blessings, and the mandate is very clear that we have to do good governance and development. And therefore, I don't see a problem, because the inspiration comes from no one but the Prime Minister, Mr. Modi ji. And I'm sure, along with Yogi Adityanath ji as our Chief Minister, the entire cabinet and all the ministers and all the workers, the BJP will be able to deliver and respect the mandate that we have received. So I'm very confident about that.
Sir, there is a huge mandate that you got and there are huge amount of expectations. What is the timeline that the people should be looking at for some work to actually be effective on the ground?
Well, I won't get into the timelines. And all I can say is that certainly the results will be seen very soon. And we are now going to be meeting. That's our first meeting. And I'm sure we will be seeing results and decisions being taken. So I'm confident that the question of timelines won't come. The question will be there that this government is performing.
He's a tough taskmaster, your chief minister. So some tough talk ahead in the chai ki charcha?
Well, I really don't know. And all I can say, I have worked under Amit Shah ji, and earlier with Modi ji when he was the General Secretary. So I've always enjoyed those who are tough. So I do expect Yogi Adityanath ji also to be tough, and then the delivery is much better.
Well, they say when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Thank you for talking to us. That was Siddharthnath Singh, who was clearly saying that even if the BJP government has a huge challenge ahead and huge amount of expectations, they would be acting at the earliest. With video journalist Kripal Singh, this is Maushmi Singh in Lucknow for India Today.
Huge mandate, huge challenge. Also, the fact that the opposition is already hitting out at Yogi Adityanath being elected chief minister. They're saying he's the Hindutva hardliner mascot. And there is, while the government may talk about development, it's the Hindutva hardline that the government wants to push through. I want to quickly bring in Zafar Islam, BJP spokesperson, who joins us on the broadcast. Also with me is Executive Editor Javed Ansari and Editor India Today, Ajit Jha. But Zafar Islam, respond to this criticism, sir, that it's a Hindu hardliner image that the BJP is now projecting with Yogi Adityanath as the Chief Minister.
There is no such agenda, Gaurav. As I said in your program earlier also, the only objective the Bharatiya Janata Party has to give a government which believes in good governance, which demonstrate good governance, which demonstrate and exhibit transparency, and which works in the interest of the state and which works for the welfare of the people of Uttar Pradesh. That is the only objective, and that has been all of them have been summed up in our Sankalp Path, and that will be the priority, and that is going to be implemented going forward. Let me tell you also that once the name was announced yesterday of the current Chief Minister, Mr. Yogi Adityanath, he said that he has 3 priorities, not in chronological order. All are 3 priorities at the same order. First, that inclusive approach, that he wants to take everyone along, sabka saath, sabka vikas. Development, that is the prime objective of our government, and that is something which we will deliver. And as an economist, as somebody, as the ex-investment banker, I know the huge opportunity for growth in Uttar Pradesh, because there hardly any developmental activities has happened in Uttar Pradesh.
Okay.
The fact that the growth rate in Uttar Pradesh was
over, but on delivery,
4%, and the lowest.
Javed, you've been speaking to a cross section of politicians and people across Uttar Pradesh. Why is there so much apprehension when the government is talking about development? The Prime Minister's tweet, the Chief Minister's first tweet was creating job opportunities. Why is it that the opposition is hitting out at saying secularism is under attack?
Largely because of Mr. Yogi's track record. The challenge before Mr. Yogi and also before the Prime Minister is to ensure that he delivers on the development work, on the development agenda that has been promised, to ensure that he provides safety, security, equal opportunity, jobs, employment, etc. for all of Uttar Pradesh, not just a section of Uttar Pradesh. It is the challenge. The challenge is before Mr. Yogi Adityanath to prove his retractors wrong, to prove that in what he may have said, what he said in the past, that is a fact, it cannot be erased. But in practice, when it comes to being Chief Minister, he is different, he will deliver, and that he will treat all citizens of Uttar Pradesh equally. If he does that, the past will not matter.
Okay. Nawab Jafar Mir Abdullah, member of the royal family of Lucknow, also joins us on the broadcast. Nawab Sahab, in your opinion, what difference, does it make a difference that Yogi Adityanath is Chief Minister and not any of the other BJP faces that were being projected earlier?
First and foremost, I must congratulate the Prime Minister, the present Chief Minister, the 2 Deputy Chief Ministers and the Cabinet. I feel this should not make any difference, because how they behaved, what was on their tongue, what was their body language will not be the same, because now they have to govern and they have to honor whatever they have promised for the society, for the people in general. Any caste, creed, community should be dealt with equally.
Okay.
That would be the positivity in the success.
So we're waiting for the first press conference.
They will do it.
Okay, so you think people have no reason, minorities have no reason to feel apprehensive, especially when all the statements were being made about, removing the illegal slaughterhouses, 317 odd slaughterhouses to be shut down. Will that not lead to tension in the state?
There is some doubt in the minds of the minority. But now, as the government has no hurdles, they have the full power, and they have said sabka saath, sabka vikas. So now we feel whatever they have spoken, that is a matter of past, and to have a good governance, they will not be dealing or speaking it harshly, or with the body language also. They would be proving that they are really doing for everything and everybody.
Okay,
so
Ajit, when you look at the bigger picture,
people should not worry.
What is this mandate for? This entire mandate of 325, is this the Hindutva mandate? Is this the development mandate? What is it that the state expects of Team Yogi Adityanath?
Gaurav, even if we accept that the BJP went for a Hindutva mandate, the fact that they got 325 seats, almost 80% of the votes across the state, has to be for development. people don't vote on issues of religion as much as everyone wants apna vikas. Everyone wants their own development. So the point is, at the end, the onus of responsibility lies on the head of Yogi Adityanath to convert the Hindutva mobilizing that he did during the election now into a mandate of governance. If he doesn't deliver, it will be difficult for him to win the 73 seats in 2019.
Okay, that of course will be the next big challenge. Lots of reactions coming in of newly elected ministers, including Rita Bahuguna Joshi, Siddharthnath Singh. Of course, we just heard Keshav Prasad Maurya, Deputy Chief Minister. Let's quickly listen in.
मन में यही आ रहा है कि दुनिया से सबसे सुंदर मेरा उत्तर प्रदेश।
सबसे सुंदर उत्तर प्रदेश हो। सबसे बड़ा चुनौती क्या होगी सर यहाँ पर? सबसे बड़ी
चुनौतियाँ जो भी होंगी उसका सामना करेंगे।
और सबसे पहला आपका निशाना क्या है?
उत्तर प्रदेश को विकास के पथ पर आगे ले जाना, सुशासन के साथ कानून व्यवस्था को बनाए रखते हुए।
3 प्राथमिकता।
डेवलपमेंट, 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 विकास, 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 ये हमारी प्राथमिकता। लोगों ने हमें इसीलिए मैंडेट दिया है।
लोगों का विश्वास जीतना, जो बात हमने कही थी, भ्रष्टाचार को खत्म करना, गुंडा राज को खत्म करना और एक ऐसा माहौल बनाना है जिसमें सब सुरक्षित महसूस करें। यही हमारा 3 मुख्य हमारे एजेंडा है।
देखिए, भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने विकास के मुद्दे पर चुनाव लड़ा है। विकास ही हमारा मुख्य उद्देश्य है और योगी आदित्यनाथ जी ने भी जब उनका चयन हुआ तो एक ही नारा दिया था, सबका साथ, सबका विकास।
इसको इनसिक्योर तो फील नहीं करना?
मुझे नहीं लगता इसमें, क्योंकि 3 वर्ष से भारतीय जनता पार्टी का शासन है। 3 साल पहले भी यही बातें की जाती थी, अजीब अजीब सी। विरोधियों ने बहुत दुष्प्रचार किया हमारी पार्टी के बारे में, लेकिन आज देश के अंदर सभी तरफ खुशी की एक लहर है, सब लोगों में एक सेटिस्फेक्शन है, सभी लोग मानते हैं हमारी अपनी सरकार है।
Zafar Islam, what is your government's priority in Uttar Pradesh? Is it shutting down the illegal slaughterhouses? Development, when you speak of development, what is the first step going to be? Farm loan waiver, 80,000 crore farmers loan waiver, or closing down the illegal slaughterhouses?
Gaurav, I think the priorities would be in the first cabinet meeting. I'm guessing that what is likely to be discussed is definitely the problem of farmers. Definitely that is a priority for us, and that has been stated by the Honorable Prime Minister as well. That will definitely get the first look in the first cabinet meeting. Away from that, if you think that the slaughterhouse you are talking about, the illegal slaughterhouse has to go, because that is illegal, and it's something illegal cannot continue. That is something which everyone understands. Then you also the law and order situation. I think we will go on a specific. Will form task force for the, because you know that Samajwadi Party gundas have grabbed lands, for land grabbers. So we will form a task force to understand who have grabbed land, and those so sort out those issues as well. Then we will also have a task force, many other activities which we have spoken in our election and in our Sankalp Patra as well. But the focus will be definitely to build roads, build bridges.
When you talk about building roads and building bridges,
infrastructure in rural
bridges
area
with the minorities, is that also priority? Is that required? Javed, closing down of these slaughterhouses, that many people will be unemployed, but that was one of the election manifesto promises of the BJP. What do you think that's going to lead to?
Look, they need slaughterhouses is just one of the things, and it's not a Hindu-Muslim issue. Closing down slaughterhouses. The biggest exporter of beef in this country is not a Muslim. So therefore, that should explain certain, put things in perspective. Having said that, there are other priorities in Uttar Pradesh. Uttar Pradesh needs development. Uttar Pradesh needs jobs. Uttar Pradesh needs basic infrastructure, and Uttar Pradesh needs, hospitals. I am sure, and at least this is my hope and prayer, that the new government of Uttar Pradesh will devote itself entirely to this. All these extraneous issues relating to religion and religiosity, etc., should be put on the side burner. Focus on development of Uttar Pradesh. That's what the people voted for you in for, and that is what they expect. The people of Uttar Pradesh will judge this government for its ability to deliver or the lack of it.
Okay, Ajit, if we were to talk about the issue of slaughterhouses, during election campaign, this was big. Now the government says that when we give facilities, it will be for all, electricity will be for all, not for Hindus or Muslims, as was alleged earlier. But will the issue of slaughterhouses be a tricky one for the government?
I think it would. See, if it's illegal, it should be shut down, number one. But if it is legal, then there is no reason why you should shut down slaughterhouses. Now, if they have promised that in their election manifesto, or if they have promised that during election speeches, they probably will move towards it. But what we've been hearing from this morning, both from the Twitter note that came out of the UP Chief Minister's office, jobs and self-employment for the youth. After that, we heard Prime Minister talking. Prime Minister talked of Vikas as the main sort of mudda of this sarkar. Right. Then we heard the Deputy Chief Minister talking of Vikas, Vikas and only Vikas. So obviously there seems that development seems to be the primary agenda for governance for the new administration. Okay. Now what will happen is out, the jury is still out. We will see what will happen. But as I was arguing, if they don't deliver on governance, yes, they'll fail the same way as the last two governments.
Okay. Nawab Saab, the issue of slaughterhouses, will that be big with the minorities? Because that was one of the issues that the government said, when the party said during elections, it is big for them. Illegal slaughterhouses, 300 plus, will be shut down. Now, if they are shut down, will it lead to a tense situation?
You see, legal slaughterhouses would remain there. Anything which is illegal has to be shut down. Either those illegal have to be made legal, otherwise they have to be shut down, and nobody should grudge about that.
Okay. Also the chants that were on in Gorakhpur, the chants of the BJP supporters and voters in Lucknow at the swearing in was all about, Jai Shri Ram, or talking about the Ram temple at Ayodhya. Now, just the chants or just the statements, would that lead to tension, Nawab Saab, in your opinion?
You see, the leaders should try to curb down their supporters, and the sentiments of the citizens of various castes and creeds should not be disturbed. Now the elections are over. What they were speaking earlier, that was for the mobilization of the votes. Now they have achieved the target. Now they should calm down their supporters, and such type of slogans should not be uttered in such a way so that the sentiments of the people are hurt and they are afraid, and this leads to certain problems. So there should be some reasonable compulsion on the supporters.
Javed, and that is exactly what the Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister also told the administration. Before he was sworn in, he met top bureaucrats, he met top police officers, and I'm told on good authority, his main line to police officers was to ensure Utsav ho, Upadrav nahi. Festivities should be there, no hooliganism.
And rightly so, because often the damage is done by exuberant, overzealous supporters. It's those, once you come into power, that the sense of responsibility dawns on people who are in government to take oath. But some of the time the damage is done by the supporters, and it's very important for the new chief ministers to set down a clear message, that draw a clear line that thus far and no further, any attempt at hooliganism or trying to create trouble will be nipped in the bud, and nipped very firmly.
Okay, Zafar Islam, is there assurance from your government that the minorities will be protected? Because there is some amount of apprehension given the past history. So will there be a reassurance, and do people have reason to be worried with these chanting, the chants that are on, whether at Gorakhpur or at Lucknow, sir?
See, these are the emotions the supporters of the new chief ministers must be expressing. I think one should not overly get worried about that. That is the momentary things, and that will die down on its own. But let me assure you, and through your channel, that the leadership is extremely committed to safeguard the interests of the minority, to ensure that everybody feels safe and secure in the state and elsewhere. And there is no reason for any minorities, or for that matter anybody in the state, to fear, and they should live comfortably, peacefully, without any fear and without any fear. Having said that, one more thing which I would like to add, because some of the political parties, because they have always followed this narrative and the agenda and to mislead the minority community, I think I would also request the people from the minority community, I also come from that community, that you should not pay attention to those misleading statements by the leaders of the opposition parties, because that's their interest, that works in their interest to put you in that situation and mislead you, because you become their vote bank. You decide your vote is important for you. You decide you have chosen.
The Congress party has said that this is a big blow to secularism.
Actually, Gaurav, it's a big blow to their strategy, because they have always pursued a strategy to divide the society, and this time Muslim has also voted for BJP, and they have the people of Uttar Pradesh have reposed confidence in Bharatiya Janata Party, and we will ensure that we come across as a party with the difference, and we will ensure that everybody's interest is safeguarded in Uttar Pradesh.
Okay. No Muslim was given a ticket to contest elections. The BJP claims because none would have won was their thinking. But Ajit, the fact that one Muslim has been made a minister, Mohsin Raja, is that symbolic? Does it send out a signal?
Yes, it does. Actually, coming from Yogi Adityanath as Chief Minister, who is otherwise known as a divisive leader in the past, I think it's a very important symbol. I think since they don't have a single MLA, Yogi Adityanath went ahead and got a Muslim MLC and made him a minister. I think it's very positive signal for what in UP they call Aman and Chain, peace between the communities. And at the same time, it also brings about, it gives meaning to the slogan Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas of everyone, irrespective of whether they are minorities or their majority.
Okay, Rita Bahuguna Joshi has been made a cabinet minister in Uttar Pradesh. My colleague Maushmi Singh just caught up with her. Let's listen in.
Well, she's definitely faced a lot of upheavals in the past few months, and now after switching from the Congress to the BJP, she's the new cabinet minister in the UP government. Many congratulations, ma'am. A tough task ahead. You have a meeting. Yogi Adityanath is considered a tough taskmaster, so a lot of tough talk ahead.
The government has already set the agenda, and this agenda was given to us by Mr. Modi, Mr. Amit Shah, in the form of a manifesto or Sankalpat, whatever we'd like to call it. See, our agenda is clear. We want a transparent government. We want the people to say it's a government with a difference. No Mafism, no Gundaism. There has to be corruption, has to be contained. And women's security should be prime on our agenda. And I think we are going to do all that, farmers, etc., youth. So it's a Herculean task, because in the past 15 years, both the SP and the BSP governments, they've really destroyed the entire structure. The bureaucracy is demoralized, the police is vandalized, and they are exploited. So I think we will have to give the bureaucracy and the people some leverage or some space to work, and then judge them on their merit.
So, well, ma'am, you're one of the few women ministers. Do you think that if you look at the entire perspective of the government, there are huge amount of expectations? Any timeline you're looking at?
Well, the difference should be there, I think, within 6 months. You cannot change it completely, but perceptible changes should be coming.
And did you expect becoming a cabinet minister? Was it a surprise to you, considering that you...
No, it wasn't a surprise. The surprise was that I'm the lone woman cabinet minister in this government.
Yes.
I thought there should have been some more women there.
So that's the fight that women are always raising, and Rita Bahuguna Joshi there, the lone cabinet minister, women cabinet minister in this government, is all set to take charge. With video journalist Singh, this is Maushmi Singh in Lucknow for India Today.